So hello guys, good morning again. So uh, we're about to discuss yung highway design variables part 2. So yung previous discussion natin about this was administered through asynchronous online session. So I hope and I trust you na napanood mo na yung part 1 bago ka umattend ng part 2 ngayon. So for the learning objective or objectives, uh, we should be able to discuss the purpose of design control variables, identify the different design control and criteria in highway design, and discuss the importance of highway design variables. Okay. So, I hope nakita na rin natin to, no? Kasi nandun to sa part 1 actually. So, some of it were actually discussed dun sa part 1. So, we have the design vehicles, driver performance and human factors, traffic characteristics, highway capacity, and so on. So, hindi naman lahat madidiscuss dito, pero I think those that are necessary para sa pagde-design natin ng kalsada, yun yung mga binibigyan ng emphasis. So, sa design, highway design variables, we have this vehicle characteristics, driver characteristics, traffic characteristics, and highway characteristics. And tama ba? Ito ay na-discuss na dun sa part 1. Okay, lahat na-discuss sa part 1. Or meron pa hindi. Hindi nila alam. Nanood ba kayo?
Nung
Okay.
part 1 po, highway
Ah,
characteristics po yung na-discuss.
yung
Sa
alin?
video po. Highway characteristics po yung
Highway
na-discuss.
characteristics. Okay. Sige. So, highway characteristics pa lang daw. Okay. Sige, tingnan natin. So, for the others, tingnan natin dun sa mga susunod na slide, no? So, I think yung vehicle characteristics, ito yung may three main tasks. So, I think nandun yun. Then, traffic characteristics, yung mga volume LOS, ganyan. And vehicle characteristics, yung mga dimensions ng car at yung mga performances, no? So, tingnan natin. So, dun sa madaming design variables natin, we have also the projection of future traffic. So, uh, itong projection of future traffic is actually needed para sa pavement design. Para ma-design yung kapal ng asfalto o konkreto na kailangan ilagay dun sa kalsada para hindi masira agad for certain years. No? So, in geometric design, mga improvement, halimbawa, masyado ng congested yung isang daanan, pwede din gawin yung projection probably. Pero typically, ang ginagamit doon yung mga actual data. Tapos pinoproject na lang at certain years. And then, uh, yun nga, kung kailangan ng rerouting, ganyan. Then, nandito yung mga life expectancy ng bawat structure, no? So, para sa mga right of way, tsaka sa grading, 100 years, yung mga drainages, mga 50 years, bridges, 25 to 100. Na mga resurfacing, ibig sabihin yung mga meron na siyang structure. Yung kalsada may structure na siya previously. Pero kailangan i-repair, ganyan. So, mga 10 years lang. And then kung bago yung kalsada, 20 to 30 years. So, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, yung traffic rules natin, kailangan natin yan sa pavement design. So, itong nakikita nating equation na to, magagamit natin to para sa ah, para makita natin kasi iba naman yung traffic ngayon compared sa i-accommodate pa sa future nung kalsada na dinidesign mo. Ang medyo disadvantage lang dito, most of the uh, ano bang tawag natin dito? Functions na ginagamit natin dito sa pag-project ay linear, in which hindi naman talaga nagiging linear, no? Pwede kasing tumaas, pwedeng bumaba dun sa ating projection, depende dun sa economical status or other land uses na magiging conversion ng mga kalapit na kalsada, kalapit na lupa ng kalsada na meron tayo. Then, in terms of speed, so sa speed naman, this is important sa pagde-design, not only sa design but then, ayun nga, operation, mga design, uh, meron tayong iba't ibang tinatawag na speed. For the operating speed, ito yung 85% ng distribution ng observed traffic. So, ibig sabihin kung ano yung speed during the time na dumadaan yung mga sasakyan, kung ano yung 85% na speed nila. Ibig sabihin kung sa 100 cars na dumadaan, ano yung speed ng 85 doon. No? So, yun yung operating speed. Yung running speed naman, that is the length of the highway, divided dun sa running time for the vehicle to travel through the section. So, yung average running speed, most appropriate speed dun sa pag-measure dun sa evaluation ng level of service at user cost. And lastly, ito yung design speed. This is what we need sa ating geometric design, sa ating subject. Kasi itong design speed, ito yung uh, magiging basis nung kasama sa competition natin. So, isa to sa mga parameter na malaki yung magiging vary or magiging difference kung mag-iiba-iba siya para dun sa ide-design nating um, highway. So, sa mga curves, ganyan. So, yan yung mag-dictate. No? And katulad nung sabi natin last time na nag-discuss tayo, uh, mahalaga na ginagamit yung ating mga kalsada based dun sa pagkakadesign sa kanila kasi magkakause siya ng accident. So, kung yung design speed natin, tsaka yung mga speed limit, hindi sila pareho. Mas madalas yung design speed natin, may buffer yung speed limit natin. Ibig sabihin, hindi natin minamax yung design speed. Yung design speed, yun yung maximum na speed na pwedeng ma-attain ng driver probably, at which safe pa rin siyang makakapag-travel dun sa road section na dinesign natin. Where else, yung operating speed natin, minsan nilalagyan natin yun ng buffer na hindi dapat minamaximize yung design speed. Otherwise, yun nga, magiging cause ng accident. Well, we all know no, na hindi dapat mabilis, but hindi rin naman dapat sobrang bagal. No? Kaya meron din tayong minimum speed na sinasabi. Okay. Then, do you still remember this? Naalala nyo pa ba to? 141. O dapat naalala nyo pa yan. Pag hindi na, ibabalik ko kayo kila Doc Shan, kila Doc Carl, at kay Doc Sandy. Okay. So, if you still remember yung ating relationship ng density, ng speed, and flow, no? So, important yon sa pag-analyze ng ating mga operational na or mga existing na. Kasi yun nga, ginagamit din natin basis yung mga information na nakukuha natin dun sa flow relationship nila sa pag-design ng ating structure. Okay. Okay, highway capacity. Highway capacity. So, transportation planning studies. Excuse me. Ayan, sorry. Ayan. So, transportation planning studies, I think meron din tayong mga parts na discuss nito sa 141. So, we're assessing yung mga adequacy or sufficiency ng mga existing network to serve yung ating current traffic. So, ito isa nga yung mga pagdetermine ng mga level of service at kung adequate pa ba yung target na level of service. Kasi yung level of service, para din siyang design speed, meron din tayong, ginagamit din natin siyang basis dun sa pag-design natin ng geometric properties ng ating kalsada. So, bukod dyan, we have the highway studies. So, necessary to properly fit yung ating plan highway para dun sa traffic demand. No? So, kailangan din daw siya para sa ano bang klaseng uh, sasakyan yung target mong customer. So, syempre, iba yung magiging dimension na para sa expressway compare dun sa kalsada na para lang naman sa mga local roads. Okay. And of course, magvavary yun bukod dun sa dimensions nila, yung weight. No? Traffic operational analysis, pag-study ng mga bottlenecks kung saan ba dapat mag-i-improve kasi nagiging cause ng congestion. Then, naulit lang yung ating slide. Okay, so highway capacity pa rin. We have the purpose, yung capacity and level of service, yung horizontal and vertical alignment, at yung ating cross-sectional geometry. Okay, so for the purpose, babalikan lang natin yung dalawang purpose ng ating kalsada, yung ating movement at yung ating access. So sabi natin, kapag mataas ang movement, of course, we are restricting yung access kasi hindi safe. Then, kung habang tumataas or habang tumataas yung access natin dun sa property, mas bumababa yung purpose niya for speed. So access control, katulad na discuss din natin previously, yung pagkakaroon ng unti-unting pagbagal ng ating kalsada. Pagbagal na ating mga sasakyan. Depende dun sa dinadaanan nating kalsada. So ideally, gradual yung ating pagbagal ng speed, hindi abrupt. Okay? So, nakalagay nga dito, isa sa mga access control na yung mga intersection wherein yung mga level of difference ng road hierarchy. Kasi 'di ba minsan nagko-cross yung main road dun sa major road. So, automatic naman na kapag dadaan ka ng intersection, hindi naman mabilis yung takbo kasi yun nga, you're trying to figure out kung meron bang possible conflict na mangyari. Then higher classification, less access points. So, katulad na na-explain dun sa triangle kanina, access modes can be active or passive. So, ano ba yung active at passive na yan? So, for the passive mode, ito yung mga ini-implement nating law like truck ban, mga imposition ng tax dun sa ating tollway, and then yung paglalagay ng mga one-way sign, yung land uses. So, ibig sabihin, kaya siya passive mode kasi walang structure involved. There are just laws or kumbaga may mga common understanding or ginagawang like fines in terms of money, yung mga punishment sa mga hindi susunod na restriction ng access, no? Kasi yung access control is more on yung control ng access, limitation ng pagpasok ng access ng mga sasakyan or ng ating traffic dun sa certain na space. Okay? So, yun nga yung mga example, pag impose ng tax or mga toll fee na yung mga truck ban. And then, when we say active naman, may involved na structure. So for example, itong median na nakikita natin na naghahati dun sa dalawang direction ng car. So those are example of active mode of access control. And then we also have this mga bollard or mga concrete barrier. So nire-restrict yung access ng sasakyan from different lanes. So in terms of capacity and level of service naman, so for the service flow rate, this can be serve as at each level of service. So we all know that for different sections of road or different types of structure or road sections rather, we are measuring different level of service. Kasi kahit nga yung sa pedestrian ay mayroong level of service, di ba, na mini-measure. So we're identifying or measuring yung comfort or flow na naipoprovide ng section na yon. Not only the road section but yun, pedestrian or bicycle, no? So we have for the freeways, mga highways, we're measuring the volume over capacity ratio. While for urban highways, travel speed, capacity of individual intersection, and for intersection, yung delay nga. Then, we still have here yung ating basic capacities ng bawat roads with their required carriage width. And then, naka-identify dito yung capacity for each carriage width and yung kanilang type of highway. And then dito naman naka-define yung ating number of lanes, no? At yung capacity per direction. And yung ating level of service na napoprovide for the highways. So we have here the level of service, the equivalent or yung kanyang equivalent na volume capacity ratio and yung kanyang description. So paano ba ginagamit itong table na to? So we have here an example. So given yung ating traffic data for a 6-lane two-way section of the Bacolod Circumferential Road or the AEDT, meron na bang may idea ano ang AEDT? Alam na ba natin ang meaning ng AEDT? Hindi pa. AEDT is dapat alam nyo na yung AEDT. Kasi di ba ito yung ano? Ito yung okay, very good. Kasi ito yung na-discuss natin sa 1-for-1 na annual average daily traffic. Okay. Very good, Adrian and Ellie. Okay. So, with that, siguro nakalimutan lang ng iba. Or, yeah, dapat familiar na tayo. Okay. So, yung kahinga is 10% and then the directional factor is 60%. K is actually yung ating, meron tayong na-define na K dito. Tama ba? Wala pa. Okay. So, we are asked to determine yung level of service ng Bacolod Circumferential Road given yung ating AEDT. So, first, we need to determine yung ating TDHB. TDHB yung, nakalimutan ko din yung meaning ng TDHB. Wait lang. Hanapin lang natin yung TDHB. Directional design or volume. So, kung naalala nyo, ito yung nandun sa graph. Tapos may 85%. So, yeah, the directional design or volume. Thank you for that, Adrian. So with that, you can obtain that using your AEDT, the K value, and the directional factor na 60%. So, kapag kinuha natin yung DDHB nito, we obtain this 4,211.4 PCU per hour. And with that, we can we're able to determine yung capacity per direction. So, nakalagay dito, emphasizing not per lane. So, with this, yung 6-lane two-way highway natin, we're given a capacity from this 4,211.4. So, yung capacity na given is 5,250 PCU per hour. Kasi hindi ka naman pwede bumaba doon sa 3,600, no? Then, for the determination of the level of service, you just need to divide yung ating volume na na-compute versus dun sa capacity na na-identify natin. Capacity is kung ano yung magsaserve dun sa volume ng traffic na na-identify mo dito. So, dapat mas malaki yung value niya. Okay. So, ayan. So, the level of service is 0.8. So, tingnan mo lang dito sa table kung saan ba nag-volume 0.8. So, this falls under 0.71 to 0.85. So, this is under level of service B. Okay. So, another example is we have a proposed two-lane undivided highway to be designed with the following data. So, meron naman tayong 15,000 PCU per day, and then 65% na DF, and then 9% na K value. So, we're asked to determine the minimum carriageway width to be used to attain the level of service C. So, in order to determine yung DHB, so this time, DHB lang, hindi siya DDHB. So, for both directions, since undivided yung highway natin, so DHB is equal to AADT lang times yung K. Wala siyang directional factor kasi nga, hindi naman yun, undivided lang yung highway. So, with that, we need to select yung maximum volume capacity ratio for level of service C. Kasi given yung level of service C, no? So, 0.7. So, with that, determine the minimum capacity naman for the value of C. So, with that, yung 0.7 natin is equal to yung na-compute natin dun sa A, 1,350 divided by dun sa capacity. So, with that, our minimum capacity is 19,000 or 1,929 PCU per hour. Question. So, may question ako. Bakit kailangan maximum volume capacity ratio yung kunin natin? Bakit hindi yung in between? Bakit hindi yung lowest value? Okay, may sumagot na natin. Para mababa yung minimum C, mas conservative. Okay? Kasi po, mas mataas yung volume capacity ratio. Siya yung pinaka-congested possible situation for the LOS. More conservative. Para sure na ma-meet yung demand at all times. Worst case scenario, since designing po, we want a better performance, so higher capacity. Okay, good. So, very good for those answers. So, okay, so lastly, to determine the minimum carriage width, so given yung ating minimum C, we're able to identify from this table yung ating minimum carriageway width. So 6.2 from 1,829. So nandito siya sa 1,900 pero 29, no? So dito tayo sa susunod. Okay. So with that, we can still check kung pasok pa siya dun sa level of service C. So 1,350 divided by 2,000 is still 0.68. And this gives us level of service C. Okay. Any questions so far? Question? Since design, ma'am, itong lesson po na nasa recording. Ito yung lesson na nasa recording. Oh, I thought kasi lecture 3 ito eh. May sight distance na rin. Ito. Sight distance, meron na. Hanggang super elevation. Okay. I think dapat yung 2 yung ating discuss. Okay. Mali ata tayo ng na-discuss sa recording. Maling link. Three ito. Ito yung 2. Okay. Alam ko na. Hanggang super elevation. Sige. I'll find. Okay. Wait. I have to get another slide. Okay. Wait lang ha. Okay. I think ito yung slide natin. Okay. So, maybe let's use this. So, ito, hindi pa ito na-discuss. Tama ba? Okay. So, ito dapat yung nauna, bago yun. Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you for letting me know. So, nauna yung part 2 sa part 1. Ito yung part 1 ng discussion. So, what we have here is actually yung purpose of design control variables. So, dito kasi dinidiscuss yung pag-provide ng level of service na needed para dun sa certain route. So, before, na-discuss natin na ideally, we want the road to have free-flowing, no? However, hindi ideal na laging nasa level of service A yung ating kalsada dahil nakadepende siya dun sa road type at road yung sa terrain ng ating kalsada. Kasi hindi siya safe na laging level of service A. So kaya kung mapapansin natin, depende pa kung anong type ng kalsada at anong klaseng terrain yung nandun. So kung yung arterial road natin ay nandun lang sa flat, then ang level of service lang na ideal sa kanya ay B. While kung yan ay nasa urban, suburban, level of service C. Okay? So this allows us yun nga to provide safe environment para sa lahat ng users and cost-effective din. Kasi the higher the level of service, mas mahal yung iyong mga standards na kailangan sundin. No? Mas, mas mataas kasi since mas mataas yung level of service or na kailangan niya i-provide, mas madami kang kailangan ilagay dun sa na facility. Then, context-sensitive design. Yun nga, depende siya dun sa land use, probably, mga environmental and social. Nakadepende dun sa environment, dun sa paglalagyan ng kalsada. Then, as mentioned previously, no? So, hindi ko na i-discuss ito kasi na-discuss na natin kanina. Then, for the design vehicle, katulad na na-mention kanina, we have selected vehicles and representative weight dimensions para dun sa operating characteristics. So, si Aashto, meron siyang 4 general classes ng design vehicles. However, per country, meron tayong different numbers of design vehicles. No? So, for example, let's discuss this first, yung 4 na general classes. So, we have the passenger cars, yung bus, yung trucks, tsaka recreational vehicles. Although dito sa atin hindi masyadong madami yung mga recreational vehicles, but then common din yung passenger cars, bus, and trucks. So nakalagay din dito yung mga vehicles that falls under those category ng design vehicle. So ito yung design vehicle as per Aashto, nakalagay na dito yung kanilang height, yung width, yung length, yung distance ng mga wheels. So, nandito yung mga descriptions, no? Kaya importante na yung mga vehicle na ginagamit natin ay regulated kasi sinasama sila dun sa design. Ngayon, kung may mga bagong vehicle, important, or may mga bagong type ng vehicle, important na i-regulate sila at masama sila dun sa mga guidelines, no? Para para sa design, ang importance naman kasi na isasama sila sa design ay hindi lang para magkaroon ng pera ang gobyerno. Hindi lang para mag-tax. But then, yun nga, para makapag-provide ng safe environment para sa lahat ng gagamit. So, minimum turning paths of design vehicles. So, for each type of vehicle, kasi nakadepende nga yan. So, halimbawa, ang din-design mo, expressway, na kung saan allowed yung mga trucks, wherein yung mga trucks, malalaki yung dimensions nila. Malaki yung kanilang width, malaki yung kanilang length. Doon naman sa mga subdivision roads, ang allowed lang doon, well, ideally, yung mga ganong type ng kalsada ay mga kotse, no? Dinesign sila para sa mga ganong type of vehicle. Kung meron mang dumadaan doon na truck, well, pasaway si truck, hindi siya dapat dumadaan doon. Pero yun, minsan hindi na iwasan, no? Kasi ginagamit din ng mga trucks dahil minsan umiiwas sa mga manghuhuli or ano, or maybe because of rerouting, because of uh, certain situations or circumstances. So, what we're trying to say is, yung mga dimensions nila na yun, katulad lang sabi natin, dinesign sila para doon sa kalsada na yun. Kasama doon sa dinesign, doon sa kalsada na yun, yung mga turning paths nila. Kaya kung makikita nyo, halimbawa, gumamit yung trucks or malaking sasakyan nung subdivision road, hirap na hirap silang mag-turn, left turn or right turn or mag-U-turn kasi hindi naman sila design para doon. Okay? So, nung kinonsider, nung nag-design uh, yung may-ari or designer nung kalsada na yun, dinesign niya yun based dun sa alam niyang gagamit. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo din sa Aashto, madaming itong drawing na nakikita natin ngayon, napakadami niyan dun sa Aashto. Nakalagay kasi doon yung mga turning radius na appropriate para sa kanila. So, for the vehicle performance naman, so we have the speed, reach, and then the passenger cars, distance traveled. So, well, pinapakita lang naman dito yung usually na speed ng mga cars na ginagamit natin, and then ano yung typical na distance travel nila at certain tawag dito, yung mga ideal situations, no? Yun yung gustong sabihin ng ating ng charts. So, bago pa natin, kumbaga bago, nung nagde-design pa lang, na-foresee na ng mga designers, yung mga typical situations na pwede mangyari. And ito yung mga experimentations nila. Okay, so for the vehicle pollutants, so we are all aware about the air pollution. But I think hindi tayo masyadong, I think we're aware but we're not considering that as noise, especially when you're in the city kasi I think that's normal, no? But actually that's we're treating that as another pollution. So um, with this, for the vehicle noise siguro, well, we all know kung saan galing yung air pollution uh, with the gases and na ini-emit ng ating mga kotse. And ano yung mga laws na ini-implement natin para dito, no? With the noise pollution, actually, no, if we're going to read some literature says that yung noise pollution, nakaka-affect siya doon sa value ng property. Sa ibang country, kapag yung property ay malapit sa kalsada, lalo na doon sa mga kalsada na dinadaanan ng truck at may matatarik na daanan, mababa yung value ng property kasi walang gustong bumili doon. Kasi yung noise pollution nakaka-affect daw sa performance ng mga tao. Pwedeng nakaka-disturb sa work nila or nakaka-disturb sa pagpapahinga nila. So it affects yung performance nila sa trabaho. So I think dito sa city, uh, hindi ko siya masabing hindi applicable pero parang dito kasi the more na mas malapit yung property sa kalsada, mas attractive for the buyer kasi konti na lang ilalakarin, 'di ba? So mas mataas yung value ng property kapag mas malapit sa EDSA, right? But then yun nga, siguro I think for urban setting, applicable yun yung noise pollution with the value of the property na nagde-decrease or nababawasan. But then in terms of city, mas attractive kung malapit sila sa sa kalsada. So, ayun, yun lang naman yung gusto nating sabihin dito sa noise pollution and air pollution. Then with the driver's characteristics, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. I thought ito yung napanood nyo last week. Kasi with the driver's characteristics, meron tayong tatlong tasks for the drivers. Ideally, tatlo yung task nila. So they have the control, the guidance, and the navigation. So each of these tasks relies on the driver. Pero some of these tasks can be shared these days with the passenger, no? So for example, the guidance, we have we have Waze and Navi. So may mga apps na tayo. We can use technology for uh, for our guidance sa direction. And I think applicable din siya sa navigation, sa trip planning and rerouting. And then other than that is yung sa guidance, another is yung mga signages kung saan papunta yung ganitong lugar or ilang kilometers papuntang ganito. So those are the guide para dun sa driver. So with this, yung guidance at yung navigation, pwedeng tulungan ng driver, pwedeng tulungan ng passenger yung driver, no? But then, the control, si driver lang talaga yung yung merong solely, siya lang ang may task nito. Kasi kahit naman sabihin ni passenger, slow down. Kung gusto talaga ni driver na paspasan, no? Hindi naman talaga mag-slow down yung sasakyan unless si driver yung gumawa. Okay, so steering and sa speed. Okay. So, di ba nung last time may mga may 1 bingo tayo. So yung may mga driver's license natin. These are their job. Okay. So with that, in terms of guidance task, meron tayong mga tinatawag na lane placement and road following. So ito yung nagdidictate sa atin kung saan lane tayo dapat pumesto. Ano yung speed natin for that lane. Kasi 'di ba meron sa kapag nasa kalsada ka, kung ikaw ay mabagal, dapat nandun ka sa ideally, dapat nandun ka sa kanan. Yung mga nag-o-overtake para sa mga multi-lane highway, dapat sila yung nasa kaliwa. Although minsan hindi siya nasusunod, may nag-o-overtake sa kanan. Hindi siya ideal kasi ma-aksidente tayo doon. But then, minsan, siguro sobrang bagal at hindi pa sanay yung driver. So, nag-overtake na lang doon sa kanan. No? So, for the car following naman, we're following certain distance para doon sa safe gap between vehicles. And then doon sa passing maneuver, para sa modification ng road. So, halimbawa, merong magko-cross roads. So, may mga signages na actually kahit sa Waze, no, parang converging road ahead, ganyan. So, may mga signages about doon. Other than that, meron tayong mga merging ng lane, changing ng lane, avoidance ng pedestrian, response to traffic control devices, at yung mga speed limits natin. So, for the information traffic system, so pwede tayo may mga traffic control devices at meron din naman tayong mga roadway and environment. So, katulad ng pagpaprovide ng mga rails, mga highway furnitures kung tawagin. So, in terms of information handling, may nagtanong dun sa isang section about dun sa effect or effect ng mga billboards dun sa design. So, actually, ito yung makakasagot doon sa effect na yon ng mga billboards na yon kasi yung mga information handling with the drivers. Well, that's good. Sometimes yung mga information na nakikita ng driver can be helpful dun sa kanyang task. However, there are some information na for entertainment or for advertisement and it affects the driver's attention, no? So yung nakaka-apekto siya dun sa reaction time ng driver kasi kapag madami masyadong nagko-compete na information dun sa driver na pinaprocess yung driver, nagkakaroon ng complexity, nagkakaroon ng longer time to process. Kunwari, kayo sa computer nyo, kapag mas madaming information, di ba, naglalag na yung computer. Parang ganun din sa human brain na kapag masyado siyang maraming information na nakikita, so, ang tendency is yung decision making ni driver nagkakaroon ng longer time to process. So, typically, ang reaction time averages from 0.6 to 2 seconds. And kung mas humahaba siya kapag unexpected yung events na nangyayari or merong mga unfamiliarity dun sa driver. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo rin, halimbawa kayo maglalakad or kahit yung nagda-drive or naglalakad lang kayo, when you're going to a certain place, kapag alam mo na kung saan ka pupunta, familiar ka na sa lugar, well, you just need to uh, process. Actually, hindi mo na pinaprocess sa brain mo minsan eh. Naging routine mo na. Automatic na alam mo na, liliko ka sa ganito, maglalakad ka for a certain time or magdadrive ka for a certain time and then after some time liliko ka. But then kung hindi ka familiar, you have to see. Medyo mabagal ka kasi tinitingnan mo yung bawat, nag-observe ka sa bawat nakikita mo kung tama ba. So actually, no, I want you to read one of our alumni and Dr. Palmano's published paper about this reaction time. In their paper, kinalculate nila yung reaction time ng mga Filipino. So, tinignan nila kung pasok ba to dito sa sinasabi ni Ashto. So, that's one of your homework for today. Tingnan niyo yung paper ni Dr. Shan Palmiano. Filipino reaction time. You can search it in Google. Okay, so homework yan. Basahin niyo yung paper niya. Okay, so kung makikita natin dito sa graph natin, kapag unexpected yung mga information na nakikita ng driver is mas mahaba yung reaction time nila. While kung expected yan, mas konti yung time na tinitake ng driver to process that. And kung makikita rin natin, nag-i-increase yung reaction time ng driver kapag nag-i-increase din yung information na nakukuha nila. So with the driver's performance and human factors, when drivers use a highway design to be compatible with their capabilities and limitations, their performance is aided. So, ang gusto lang sabihin dito is, kung ginagamit ng tama, katulad ng na-mention ko kanina, kung ginagamit natin ng tama, based on design speed, design limit, or speed limit yung ating kalsada, walang aksidente na mangyayari kasi nga, dinesign sila para doon. So, kung makikita natin dito, ito naman ay another paper na pinublish ng alumni natin determining yung road casualty. So most probably, no, yun nga, parang ang error dito, yung mga human factors, mga human driver error probably, hindi nagamit ng tama yung kalsada. So kung makikita nyo dito, ang pinakamataas na casualty, no, driver. So, meron tayong driver, passenger, at yung pedestrian. So, kung kayo ay magdadrive, make sure na ginagamit nyo ng tama ang kalsada para maiwasan ang road crashes. Okay? So, I hope by this time we already know the difference between road crash and road accident. Tama ba? Tama po ba? Hindi nyo pa alam yung difference ni crashes at ni accident? Sige, pa-check kung alam na natin, pa-cross kung hindi pa. Okay. So, merong may alam na, merong hindi pa. Na-mention po noong 1-for-1 namin. Okay. Jaden, since na-mention noong 1-for-1, can you tell us what's the difference between crash and accident?
Hello po, ma'am. Parang ang natatandaan ko po ng 1-for-1 is, kunyari nagkaroon ng banggaan, hindi mo siya pwedeng tawagin na accident. Crash dapat yung term na appropriate. Doon. Yun lang po yung so far na naalala.
Okay, thank you.
Walang sure. Okay po.
Thank you for that. Meron bang ibang gusto mag-share? Parang si Ellie kanina. Sabi niya, alam niya yung ano. Hi, Ellie.
Hello po, ma'am. Siguro po yung sa accident, more on if hindi naman nag-result to a major damage sa both parties, pero nagkaroon pa rin ng incident. Yun po.
Okay. So, actually, yung difference ng road crash saka ng road accident, yung road crash, naiiwasan. Yung, ayan, sabi ni Victoriano, pag accident po, walang cause ng damage. Pag crash po nagkabanggaan. So, yun nga, naiiwasan yung road crash. Yung accident, hindi. Kasi yung road crash, due to failure to parang mitigation, parang ganon. Yung accident, hindi siya avoidable, ganyan. So for example, nagkaroon ng banggaan because of nawalan ng brake. Accident ba siya o road crash? Accident. Pero di ba meron tayong blow bagets? Dapat sine-check yung blow bagets. So, pag-isipan nyo kung ano dapat yung answer doon. Basta yun nga, yung hint doon, kapag crash, yun yung mga dapat na prepare na before, halimbawa, yun nga, nawala ng brake. Pero dapat sinek ng driver ba yung condition ng car, di ba? So, okay. So, yan, pag-isipan nyo yung sagot nyo doon. Okay? So, driver's error. So, caused by deficiencies in driver's capability or temporary states in conjunction with inappropriate designs or difficult traffic situations. Then, deficiencies ng driver dun sa capability niya ng temporary states. So, probably, ito yung, tapusin na lang muna natin. So, pwedeng because of adverse psychophysiological states lead to driver's failure. Pwede ding, the sign should be, ito, important to. The sign should be forgiving as practical to lessen the consequences of failure. And older driver perceptual, mental, and motor skills. So, yung mga temporary deficiencies na sinasabi natin, yung nakainom ka, puyat ka, ano pa, yung mga nakakatake ng drugs, ano pa, psychophysiological, yung mga, halimbawa, nanonood kayo ng K-drama or ng mga drama in particular, no? Di ba meron doon yung pagkagalit na galit yung Mida tapos mag-drive siya tapos mababangga siya. Di ba? So, yun yung mga psychophysiological states na kapag hindi maganda yung pakiramdam mo, affected yung, pati yung decision mo sa pagdadrive, affected siya. So, uh, hindi magandang mag-drive ng wala sa tamang kondisyon. Kaya nga sa Blue Bagets, yung huling-huli at pinaka-importante, yung self, dapat chinecheck mo. Okay. So, nakalagay din dyan, the sign should be forgiving as practical to lessen the consequences of the failures. So, i-relate ko na din dun sa older drivers perceptual. Kasi, habang tumatanda daw tayo, yung reaction time natin nagde-deteriorate and yung mga visions natin nagde-deteriorate din. So, yung mga skills mo nagde-deteriorate. So, I am not sure kung natatandaan ko ba properly yung term. But then, I read one article or journal na nagsasabi na parang at 25, at the age of 25, doon nag-start mag-deteriorate yung ating capabilities, no, as drivers. So, considered as old driver na ganun. Pero actually, meron din kasing sinasabi na syempre, 'di ba, kapag matagal mo nang ginagawa, yun nga, mas nagiging professional ka, mas napapractice mo, mas exercise mo yung mga kailangan gawin. Pero yun nga, kaakibat nun, yung pag-deteriorate ng capability ng driver. So with that, in relation to the third statement, na driver the sign should be forgiving as practical to lessen the consequences of the failures, kasama na doon sa reaction time natin na kinonsider yung capability ng mga old driver natin. Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na dahil matanda na sila, they cannot drive na doon sa kalsada. So kasama sila doon sa kino-consider natin sa design natin. Design assessment, design and information display are interdependent. And traffic control device complements an adequately designed highway to properly operate. Then view of the road is necessary for unfamiliar driver. So, yung view ng road, we're pertaining dun sa mga SSD, safe distance. No? sight distance. So location with potential for information overload should be corrected. So I'm not sure kung meron ba sa inyo nakadaan ng papuntang pier ng Batangas. Merong area doon na sobrang daming signs na nakalagay, may mga advertisement, naghalo yung advertisement with the road signs kung saan papunta yung ganto ganyan. Kung dadaan ka doon, nakakalito kung hindi ka familiar kung saan ka dapat mag-exit. Merong roundabout doon, malapit sa pier, sa Batangas. So isa yun sa mga bad examples natin, no? And also yun nga yung mga dating reklamo dun sa mga billboards natin na so pagka pumasok ka ng SLEX or NLEX, para kang manonood ng sine na napakadaming advertisement. Nakaka-affect din kasi yun sa driver, lalo na kung flashy yung ating mga signs. Then, properly designed highway should provide positive guidance. No? Then, for the traffic design characteristics naman, so this is about the volume, directional distribution, yung composition ng traffic, projection ng future traffic demands, which was discussed a while ago, yung speed and traffic flow relationship. So, as mentioned in the previous discussion. So, yung kanina sabi, no, kaya pala hindi pa familiar kay AADT kasi hindi pa napanood itong part 1 or hindi napanood parang pelikula. So, hindi pa pala na lecture. But then, I think yun nga, sa 141, dapat na-discuss si AADT. So, in terms of traffic volume, we're characterizing yung traffic volume natin in terms of AADT. Napaka-important nitong AADT kasi dito nakabase yung design natin dun sa pavement thickness natin. And meron tayong different measurement ng AADT. As mentioned, I think yung bulk ng discussion ng AADT, yung purpose. Merong mga iba't ibang measurement. Merong mini-measure lang in 1 hour, merong mini-measure ng 8 hours, may mini-measure ng 12 hours. So, nakadepende dun sa measurement. So, diniscuss yung dapat sa 141. No? Then, we have the peak hour traffic volume or peak hour traffic, PHT. So, ito yung key na sinasabi natin dun sa problem previously, yung proportion of daily traffic during peak hours. So, paano ba yung nakukuha? So, kunwari meron tayong peak hour na 7 to 8 a.m. So, for the ADT na 15,000, so yung PHT natin can be obtained dun sa 1,400. Divide natin siya nung ADT, nung average daily traffic for that day. So, 1,400 divided by 15,000, that will be your K. Okay, so kaya nakuha yung K value. Then, ito naman yung sinasabi ko na 85th percentile kanina. May 15 percentile pa, no? So, considering ito yung iyong hourly two-way traffic volume of ADT, and then yung 85th percentile na yan nga yung yan yung traffic volume, yung volume ng traffic na may speed for that section. So for the directional and lane distribution naman, this is also important sa pavement design. Wherein yung dalawang direction, halimbawa sa EDSA, northbound tsaka southbound. So yun yung dalawang direction. So ngayon, yung distribution niya nag-iiba at different times, at different days, at different months. So halimbawa, pag Monday, no, mapapansin natin, kapag umaga, pag papuntang CBD, yung direction na papuntang CBD, yun yung mas mataas yung volume ng traffic. While yung opposite side niya naman, yun yung mas mababa yung volume ng traffic. So, yun yung directional distribution. For the lane distribution naman, usually naman, even yung pagkakadistribute natin dun sa bawat lane, halimbawa 4 lane yung nagagamit, kung wala namang track lane or restriction sa access, we're considering even numbers or even percentage ng distribution ng car. So with that, for the number of lanes and or direction, yung ating LF or yung ating percent of volume in a specific lane can be obtained as follows. Yung, kung one lane yan, of course, 100% yung gumagamit niyan, yung volume ng traffic ng doon sa section na yun. Kasi wala naman silang option eh. Lahat sila, doon sila pupunta sa lane na yun. Kung one lane lang. Ngayon, kung two lane, 80 to 100%. Kung three lanes, 60 to 80%. And kung four lanes yan, 50 to 75%. So, composition of traffic. So, vehicles have different operating characteristics that should be considered in highway. So, syempre, kung truck yan, mas mabibigat sila, mas mabagal, at mas spacious, no? So, kaya, nakadepende sa kanila kung gaano ba kalaki yung dapat na width ng kalsada and also yung thickness nga ng pavement natin. Then, track class traffic data are necessary for geometric design of highway. Data on traffic composition should be determined by traffic studies. Flow is dependent on distribution between passenger cars and trucks. Traffic volumes are usually expressed in PCU per hour. So this is the PCU, PCEF provided in our country. Pero may ano dito, questionable dito yung motor tricycle. Maraming studies tayong ginagawa dito para makorek itong PCEF na to. Kasi kung mapapansin natin, passenger car ay 1. Pero pagdating sa motor tricycle, naging 2.5. So, yun, madaming alumni na nag-try na mag-evaluate ng PCEF na motor tricycle. At ng mga motor tricycle na tricycle and then motor cycle na yung mga angkas. Ganon. So, we have here an example. Sample problem. So, given the following traffic data at 6-lane, two-way section of Bacolod Circumferential Road. Yung road pa rin na pinapertain dun sa napanood nyo na lecture video. So, we're asked to determine yung DDHB niya. So, para makuha yung DDHB niya, you need the AADT, the PCEF, the PCU. And with that, yung AADT niya, given tong mga KDF, 6-lane, two-way section, and using yung LF na 70% because of the 6-lane, two-way section. So, kaya 70% yung LF natin. So, kailangan mo yung AEDT times yung ating PCEF. Then, kunin mo yung product nila. Then, summation. Then, yung summation nila, you need to multiply with the K value with the directional factor and the lane distribution. So with that, may I ask everyone to check, please check naman yung values natin kung tama ba. Na-check ba natin? Kahit yung first 3 lang. Tama ba na 8,000 times 2.5 is 20,000? Tama, okay. So, ganun lang siya. Multiply mo lang yung ADT with PCEF, then get the PCU, then total, tapos para makuha yung DDHB, nakuha rin po yun. Okay, thank you for that. Okay. So, okay. So, projection of future traffic. I think na-discuss naman na natin ito. Yung dun sa previous na slide. Itong mga to. Ayan. So, ito naman ay na-discuss din natin previously. Okay. So, with that, meron ba tayong question so far? habang kayo'y nag-iisip ng tanong, pilipin natin ang ating activity. Mhm. Ayun. Sa exams, allowed po ba ang formula sheet? No. Hindi po. Like, given po ba siya or talagang equal to? Hindi kasi 'di ba ito, ito po yun. Kaya lang pinili yung 70% dahil dito. Kinuha lang yung kasi 6 lane, two-way. So, ibig sabihin, number of lanes nun per direction ay 3. So, yung 70%, kinuha niya lang yung in between ng 60 at 80. But any value in between the 60 to 80 is correct. Regarding sa attendance, last time di po ako makapag-fill out ng request access lumalabas. Na-check mo dun sa video? Kahit ba yung link dun sa video, ganun din yung lumalabas? Yes daw, okay. Anyway, meron ata akong record nung mga nagbubukas ng module. I-base ko na lang doon kung yung attendance. Tapos, I'll send a link siguro. Or maybe I can ask you next meeting to check, no? Yung ating para ma-check natin. Ay, para pala sa WFY ito. Sandali lang. WFY pa din. Okay. So with this, our activity for today will be spin the wheel. Okay. So anong gagawin natin? Doon sa discussion last meeting and today, I want you to say something na natutunan mo or na-highlight sa'yo or something you want to share about dun sa lecture, dalawang lecture. Okay, so with the names, wait lang kukunin ko lang yung student record natin. Saan nga ba ang ating student record? Biglang may nawala. Naku. 1 or 2. Okay, so we have 25 students. Let me share yung ating spin the wheel. So, hindi nyo to names. Okay, ayan. Okay, are you ready, guys? Okay, let's spin the wheel. Oh, bakit nawawala na kayo? Naku, wala kayo activity for today. So, yung mga lang, mga natira lang yung may activity for today kahit hindi sila matawag. Ni Kesha. Ni Kesha Reese. Nandito pa ba siya?
I'm
Ay,
here.
yes. Sige,
Okay.
i-share.
Siguro one of my takeaway is, yung na-share niyo po meme na, di ba, merong like before, like yung mga 100 years before na, roads is hanggang ngayon, parang well-built pa din compared sa, then the engineers came, ganun. I think, a takeaway from that is, compared kasi before na, parang compared to before, ngayon na marami ng technologies and vehicles, so mas like grabe yung impact nun to the roads that we have now. And compared din na urbanized na yung city. So marami na like na-aware off na talaga siya. And yung mga roads before na ngayon is parang somehow isolated. So we see na talagang it's not really the engineers or na merong gap between their parang ability. But of course, maraming factors affecting that. Ayun po.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. At may ano talaga, no? May natutunan talaga tayo. Next, si Prinsesa Joel. Just in case mali yung pagkaka-pronounce ko ng name nyo, paki-correct ako. Ay,
Hello?
yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hiling pa. Siguro po more of kung ano po yung nag-strike po sa akin na topic po. Kasi po yung sa may second part is meron po tayong na-discuss po na horizontal and vertical alignment po. And of course po, since over the years nagde-develop naman po yung roads natin and napapansin ko din naman po na nag-improve yung roads natin na ayan, mas safe na din po siya sa drivers dahil po sa na-consider po yung vertical and horizontal alignment po. Pero ang naalala ko rin din po na I think yung mga roads din po kasi sa mga provincial or I mean yung mga provincial roads din po. Especially po yung mga nasa mga mountainous areas din po. Parang may ilan pa na hindi pa nako-consider yung horizontal and vertical alignments. And I think sana mas mabibigyan ng pansin yung mga roads po sa mga lugar na yun. Ayun na po.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. We still have time.
Hello po.
Hello. Good morning. Neil Angelo.
Hello po. Audible po ba?
Yes, yes.
Ayan. So, yung isa sa mga takeaway ko po dun sa discussion ay yung roles ng driver, which are yung to control and to guide and to navigate. Kasi I think napaka-relevant po niya ngayon dahil nga marami ng mga nag-emerge na applications na hindi lang yung driver yung solely responsible dun sa roles na yun. Kundi nasa-share niya dun sa passengers. Like yung navigation and yung guidance nga po, kailangan din kasi kung minsan pagka hinaantok yung driver, halimbawa sa road, responsible din ng passenger na uh, siguraduhin na nandun pa rin yung attention ng driver sa kalsada, pati sa signages kasi kung minsan may nababiolate ng traffic laws dahil hindi focused yung driver sa kalsada. By experience na rin. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you for that. I think we have last two. Aliyah Faye.
Hello po.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning po. I think yung takeaway ko po for this one is yung what I find interesting is yung sa level of service po. Kasi yung may part po doon na ang capacity is dependent on the number of lanes tapos may minumultiply po. And yung given the amount of vehicles po na present today, tapos yung capacity po per highway, tingin ko po parang interesting po na parang paano po siya nako-connect. Yun lang po.
I hope mai-connect mo siya. Mai-connect mo siya.
Sige po.
Okay. So we have our last student. Okay, our last student is Elizabeth Ina.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, you're the
Siguro po
lucky
yung,
one.
yung i-highlight na lang po is yung sa may car versus accident. Kasi naalala ko po siya from our 141 lesson, pero na-refresh po ulit siya ngayon na yung crash is may part is na at fault. Tapos yung accident is avoidable. Ayun lang po.
Okay. So with that, guys, I hope lahat tayo ay may natutunan today and dun sa previous lecture natin. So may question ba? So far dun sa lecture? Wala naman. Okay. So for that, actually nakaschedule tayo to have our Uble quiz this week. So siguro by Friday. Then ano lang naman, simple lang about sight distance. Kayang-kaya nyo yun. So sa Friday, hopefully maayos na yung aking sitwasyon at makapag face-to-face na tayo. But then anyway, I'll send an email kung face-to-face man or ano, kailangan pa rin natin online. So mag-email na lang ako bago mag-Friday. So definitely tomorrow dapat may email ako. Okay, so with that, thank you for attending the class today. See you online or on site on Friday. Bye guys.
Hindi po,
Thank you
ma'am.
Thank you
Bye,
din.
ma'am. Thank you po.
Yes, Victoriano.
Bye po,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
po ba yung
Bye.
recording tsaka yung PowerPoint?
Yes, i-upload natin sa Uble.
Okay po. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Victoriano, may question ka?
Ay, wala na po. Yan na po yun. Thank you,
Yun
ma'am.
din. Okay, sige. Okay, thank you din.